Some of you may already know Martin, but if you don't, I hope you take the opportunity to talk with him at the poetry reading tonight. And Martin, as I just mentioned, we've been friends for a long time, over 30 years. I met Martin right here at St. Andrews. I was taking a computer class. Back then, about 1978, a lot of people had never used a computer. I'd never used a computer myself. I think what we had to do in the class was to use Basic Plus. I believe it's called Basic Plus, wasn't it, Mark? Was that
Yep.
We had to program the computer to solve math problems. That's what my memory tells me. My math wasn't very good, and I'd never used a computer. But Martin took his own time, I mean literally hours every day to help me. And from that point on, I knew that Martin had found great satisfaction in helping other people. I knew that right away. Along about this time, maybe a couple of years earlier, I read this line by the French poet Arthur Rimbaud. I think it was on the liner notes or maybe the back cover of a Patti Smith album. And that dates me, maybe some of you too. But the line was, "We know how to live our whole lives every day." I guess he was referring to the artists and poets of his generation. Anyway, for some reason, I always remember the line differently from how Rimbaud actually wrote it. I always remember it as, there are some people who know how to live their whole lives every day. Or, there are some people who know how to give their whole lives every day. And until I checked recently the exact quote on the internet, I didn't know that I'd changed the quote in my head for some inexplicable reason and kept it that way for all these years. Well, I like my version better because it challenges me to think about my own life and how I can live it every day. And it makes me appreciate people who strive to live and give their whole lives every day. One such person is Martin. He has passion and he has purpose. There's no room for complacency in his life. Being around Martin energizes me, and I believe energizes everyone he comes into contact with. Which is a little segue into this. This is a book that Martin wrote a few years ago, Finding Our Fire. Finding purpose, fire, passion, our. Meaning not just Martin, but everyone Martin comes into contact with. Martin started up a men's inquiry group in Raleigh over a decade ago. And it's still going strong on the internet, and they have meetings at Martin's house and elsewhere in Raleigh too. I guess Martin was a little prescient all those years ago because recently, maybe some of you read about this. For example, there's a book called Save the Male. And recent studies have shown that the American male, young males, are, well, in trouble. And Martin has done his share to try to get men to talk, to feel, to interact with each other, to be honest, to not be afraid of telling others what they think and feel. Now, Martin has done a lot more than that. Martin, since a child, has suffered from dyslexia and still does. So it's hard for him to read and write. But despite that, and I've already told you, Martin has a passion, an intensity. He wanted to write. With encouragement from a lot of people, including me, Martin started writing poetry. Now, just like everybody who writes poetry, some of it was good, some of it wasn't so good. But he ended up writing some very, very good poems. And he's got a unique voice, and I hope most of you can stay tonight to see him read very good poems. So, Martin is not a natural writer, whatever that may be, but he has to work at it, and he's become quite accomplished. He has also recently come up with a new book, Social Media Social Media Online Directory for Business. Martin is an expert on computers, and so he's using the new technology, Facebook, Twitter, etc., to encourage people to build up their business. So he's got a new book here. If you Google it, you can come up with it, but I know you can't see this very well, but it says Brossman's Social Media and Online Resource Directory for Business. You can get that on lulu.com. I'm looking forward to seeing it myself. Martin has also contributed to poetry magazines. He is a contributing columnist for certain publications. In terms of community service, obviously I just mentioned the Men's Inquiry Group, but Martin has also visited hospitals to bring humor to patients who are sick, to bring humor into their life. Martin is also a personal coach as a business, but he does a lot of that for free, helping people find a career, find a path in their lives that are suitable for them and that help them become what they want to become in their own life. As I said, I've known Martin for over 30 years, and I hope that, and I know that, Martin and I will be friends for the rest of our lives. And I know that Martin's going to do a lot more great work in the future in terms of community service, writing, and just being an all-around great guy. So again, it's a great pleasure for me tonight to congratulate Martin as a recipient of the Fortner Award, and look forward to hearing Martin read tonight. Poetry reading is going to be a blast. I know last time, about a year ago, Martin and I and Rick, I mentioned earlier, Richard Grossi read. We had a great time. Hope you can come tonight. One sad note I'll leave with, but I would be amiss if I didn't mention this. Former friend of Martin and mine, maybe some of you remember him, Greg Picola, passed away. We were great friends when we were at St. Andrews, and so I want to mention that Greg's watching tonight. So I wish he could have been here. Unfortunately, he can't. You get a chance to talk to Martin. One thing you can ask Martin about is, let's start up a nice conversation, is he's a ham radio enthusiast. Ask him about his ham radio antenna. That's all you have to say. Martin, tell me about your ham radio antenna. That'll be a nice talking point. Okay, Martin, thank you, buddy.
Great, thanks.
I'm proud of you, and I look forward to hearing your poems tonight. Thank you.